In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 11 amazing moments that Tyler Herro had so that you can also have those same moments and become even better than Tyler Herro. Let's get down and let's check him out. In this first clip, he comes off of a quick screen and then he's able to read that play to be able to set up an alley-oop for his teammate. How this was all set up was because when he came off this screen, his man was behind him, which means that he needs to curl in quick off of that screen. Coming off of that screen, he gets that pass and then he wants to attack the basket to draw up that hedging defender who is the defender of the player who screened for him. Because of this, he's able to do that and send up the alley-oop because he's got a teammate who is absolutely wide open. In this second clip, he's able to use a quick jab step to be able to drop back his defender so that he can get open for a quick jump shot. You always want to be decisive. Here, he catches that ball. He doesn't just stand there and wait to see what his defender does. His defender is already looking at baseline, which means that a jab step in that direction is going to make that player step back. When that happens, he takes a quick step back away from his defender, and because he's going towards the left side, his right arm is going to be in line with the basket a lot faster and easier, which then allows him to get his shot off. You always have to remember that when you catch that ball, you need to know what you're going to do. Even before he got that pass, he's already knowing where his defender is so that he understands, okay, I got three different options. I'm going to give myself three different options. When I catch this ball, I'm going to look at my defender, which is what he does there. He then does a quick jab towards the baseline to make that defender think that he's going to drive baseline, and again, go back the opposite way, attacking that top foot, which gives him that massive distance. Here he gets a screen, but his man tries to basically jam that screen, so essentially that gives Tyler Herro the ability to go back the opposite direction. And what I mean by this is if you've got a defender who's cheating over top of that screen and disallowing you to actually use that screen, what you need to do is to cross back over. Sometimes it could be handy if you get a rescreen, but we didn't see that here. But this defender is already out of position anyways, and Tyler Herro just has to take a quick side step out, and because he's going towards that left side, his right arm is already in line with the basket, which allows him to hit that shot. You should always be reading the defense and reacting to him. Obviously, if he was to use that screen, that defender was still there and would have been basically a useless screen, so that's why he was able to dribble back the opposite direction. In this next clip, he's attacking the basket down the middle of the key, and here he's able to do a quick, easy move that everyone can do. And basically what that move is a quick jump stop, which allows him to use either foot as a pivot foot, and in this case he uses his left foot as a pivot foot because he's able to pivot back around. That defender has been lost, and then he's able to go up for a quick baby hook style shot or a push shot, and he's able to make that basket. And then in this clip, I just absolutely love the ability for him to get that ball up court. Why is this so important? Well, first off, when he gets this rebound, he hasn't even landed yet. He's already looking up court to see who's there. He's looking for outlets in his peripheral vision, and then he's looking for the long pass. And as soon as he lands, he already knows, hey, land split foot, get some power from that back foot so that I can get this pass off, and he's able to do it perfectly to his teammate Butler for the dunk. Sometimes it's actually very useful to try and push the ball up court when the defense hasn't been set yet, because this can really give you lots of opportunities for assists, but also baskets. So when he's attacking this non-setup defense, he has a defender who's facing towards the sideline. He obviously wants to attack that top foot and go down the middle because there is a wide open lane that is open down that middle of the court. Here he's able to get position, gets his right shoulder in front of the left shoulder of that defender, and then when he's attacking the basket, he's able to angle his body into that defender away from the help side defense, in which case that is the reason why he was able to get this shot off and through those two defenders. It's because he had position by angling his body in front of that main defender so that he can have the angle and of course the cut to the rim so that he could get that layup off. Let's also not forget that these half-court shots or close to logo shots are pretty spectacular that he can do it. Now the reason why he's able to do this is because he doesn't exactly change his shot form. As we can see, he's slightly angled away as he normally is. His his whole body is pointing the exact same direction. You want your shoulders, hips, knees, feet all pointing in the same direction. You don't want to have your shoulders this way and your hips this way. It would just not be a very accurate shot. He's able to get that shoulder and elbow in line with the rim like a regular shot as well, and he still has that slight space between his palm and the ball. And when he releases, he's almost a two-motion shooter on these style shots, because here he's got a lot of momentum taking him towards the rim. He needs to remove some of that power, and that's why that two-motion shot is so useful. And remember, he makes the shot because he has that same shot form as if it was a regular shot. He's just jumping much higher because he's shooting from much farther away. And then there's this clip, which is just absolutely fantastic, how he's able to use that DHO. Knowing how to use a DHO, which this is what a DHO is, depending on what your defender is doing, is extremely important. So when he makes that pass to the high post, he's about to use that dribble handoff where he would get that ball back and maybe attack that gap there or kick it out over here. However, his defender here is trying to cheat. He's trying to break up that dribble handoff, in which case Tyler Herro cuts back. You have to understand what your defender is trying to do to you, and of course it does help that Jimmy Butler does rescreen for that player, and that does allow Tyler Herro to get that shot off. And again, remember, going towards that left side because he's a right-handed shooter. It makes it a lot easier for him. In this next clip, we have Tyler Herro at the point. He's able to sneak in just slightly to an open area of the court, which is that high post right there, and he's able to do a quick push shot for that mid-range shot. Now, why is this important? Well, here, he notices that there's an open area of the court. This player is going to have multiple players on him, in which case, if he can just get to a little bit closer of an area to the net and get to an open area, he should be able to get that shot off, which he does. Always look for open areas of the court. Also, when it comes to these back screens, especially if your defender's trying to go underneath that screen, you can just pop for a three instead of trying to attack the rim. Now, this play could have went either way. Tyler Herro could have attacked this gap here if this defender went over top, or he can pop for a three if his defender goes underneath. And that's exactly what we see here. You have to know how to use screens and also the footwork. He lands on his right, which is the zero step. That's where he catches it. He can technically take two steps if he goes for a shot. And here he goes for a jump stop, and of course that made shot. But being able to jump off that right foot, land on two, and already have your feet set is extremely important. You want to be able to hop off and land on your feet the exact same way as you like to shoot, so that you can have your shot go up more accurately. This next clip is of course cut off just slightly, but here we have him cutting from the corner up to the wing because he has a screen and roll that's happening here where the pass goes into the middle. And when that middleman PJ Tucker gets that ball, because Tyler Herro moved from corner to wing, that allows him to be wide open for the shot. And just watch his footwork again. He hops or takes a step into his shot. Now, if you are a right-handed shooter, you want to then step in with your right foot. If you were left-handed, you would want to step in with your left foot, but this will allow you to get your right side in line much faster and, of course, make more shots. I hope that this video helps you become a better basketball player. If it does, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.